So this is the video number 2 for the IMAC&C plug and play. Brief description of the actual 10 connections that need to be made from the little circuit board. So first of all, you need to take off the covers on the MCM for both sides. So if we turn it over, this is the way that it's normally oriented in the car. One wire has to be connected to the rear of the circuit board because it's not easy to access it from the other side. And it's this connection here, this brown wire, which connects onto this pin here. I'll zoom in so you can see. That should be easy to identify, that pin. And that is the SCS mode blink wire. When that signal on that line is pulled down to ground, then the IMA light will flash, as will all the other error code lights on the dash will flash to flash out the blink codes. So what you do is you solder a wire onto that, route the wire through, and eventually it will come through and onto the circuit board. And the actual details of the wiring on the circuit board I'll cover in another video. So that's the SCS wire. Then we have an orange wire, which you can see there, and that is the signal wire coming in for the control signal, and that is connected to the H line system, and that wire goes to the front of the car, goes to the OBD port, and you can see it's connected to the pin in between those pins there. I'll detail that in a more accurate picture later on, so you get the gist of that. And then simply we have a red and black here, and they are plus 5 volts and ground. So they're the 4 basic connections at this end of the circuit board: ground, the H line data line, the brown SCS connector, and the red plus 5 volt. So that's the straightforward connections there at that end of the circuit board. This is the end that you can see there in the bottom right, and it says power and I/O on the printed circuit board. So the next connections, the 6 main connections, are made to the top row there that you can see on this little printed circuit board. It says MCM, and that's the 3 wires that I mentioned earlier on: command power, MAM mode 1 and MAM mode 2. Now they are accessible in different places. We've got the purple wire here, you can see, and that's command power. Then we have the grey wire, that's MAM mode 1, and then we have the white wire, that's MAM mode 2. And if you can see, pin 1 on the printed circuit board is this end here for this particular connector. So we've got the command power signal coming in, we've got the MAM mode 1 signal coming in, we've got the MAM mode 2 signal coming in, and then it repeats on the next 3 pins, but this time they're going out. So we have command power going out, MAM mode 1 going out, and the white wire at the end is MAM mode 2 going out. And again, on these pins here where they come in, we cut the pin, and we solder to both sides, so we have an input and an output that comes into the system through the back of the socket, and then it goes into the printed circuit board from the MCM IMAC&C plug and play device. Now you'll see there's a jumper on the board, the blue pin there. That obviously needs to be on when the device is installed. If you want to program the device with some new software, then you need to remove the jumper while you're doing the programming, and after you've done the programming, put the jumper back on, and it all should be fine. So that's video number 2 explaining the wiring, and again I'll do some more accurate pictures showing the exact pins that need to be cut to allow the install. If you're buying the MCM from me ready modified, then basically I would have done all this work internally, and the printed circuit will be installed, and the wires etc will be installed, and that's all you'll need to do is actually plug in the MCM in exchange for yours. So that's video number 2.